Hi Taurus, I hope that you're all doing well. When I was meditating on the energy, I was getting this preparation type of energy. Like maybe there's something that you want to specifically get in the right headspace before diving into. Maybe even some sort of ritual that you have. Before we get into it, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. You may also have something going on where like you want to focus on it, and there could like be other distractions in the environment too, or like maybe things that you have to look after that at times you feel like are kind of taking away from what you want to spend your time doing. It feels like just little stuff. But yeah, maybe some difficulty with the timing. The Nine of Wands. Feeling like you're being tested. Maybe this is also checking in and seeing like where you have some walls built up. Because the Nine of Wands, like as much as as much as this can be feeling kind of like the universe is testing you, there can be something going on internally. So let's look at the Nine of Wands. You see how guarded this person is? It's like somebody that has walls up. It's like nobody can like pass through here at all. It's like they have a high fence, they have locks on it, they have a security detail, like all of that. And I'm seeing this be related to like love and connecting and things like this. So it's like maybe something going on. I kind of feel like with the Nine of Wands, there may be something that you're cutting off from allowing there to be flow. So instead of allowing the Ace of Cups on like both sides of the fence, there's like some sort of blockage. And maybe this is even like talking about a blockage that we have within the heart space too, which would also be affecting the ways that you connect with the things that you care about and the ways that you connect with the things that you love, even like passion related things. It doesn't just have to be people in our interpersonal connections. This can be like you feeling like there are blockages when it comes to like engaging in like the activities that you really enjoy doing, or like the talents that you have, and like exploring those things. So yeah, this feels like in a way like there's some sort of blockage related to that. This can even be related to like you expressing yourself at times. But maybe it's because of feeling cut off. Like you may feel like you're looking in there and like you can't get that far down, or like you can see the bottom of the well. But it seems like it's just some superficial bottom. It's like there's something else down in there. You just kind of have to break through it to get deeper down. This may also be something that's affecting like a close interpersonal relationship you have. Like maybe multiple people that are close with you, but there could be a significant relationship that this is affecting. I'm getting even something about intimacy here. Yeah. For some of you, I'm getting the feeling like you could be not feeling trusting of somebody around you, and that's why you could be withholding For some of you, I don't know if this is like the same person that you're going through this with, or this was just based off of a past experience and you may be like projecting onto this new person, or this current person, we can say. But yeah, there's something that you may feel again like guarded with even like showing your vulnerability. Like I'm seeing definitely a censored energy here, and one that kind of feels the need to like protect itself and what it has. Like maybe one feeling like if they are vulnerable that they're going to be taken advantage of. Like this is somebody that doesn't want their kindness to be mistaken as a weakness. I think that what is going to be most helpful in like unpacking this and breaking this down is figuring out like why you feel the need to protect yourself. Like is this feeling coming about because it's being like projected onto somebody, or is this coming about because there is like an actual like threat or something that you really do need to defend yourself with, or like be protective of yourself with? Because as much as this can be not trusting someone, this can also be not trusting yourself and not trusting that like intuitively you'll pick up on something. Not trusting your gut. There's even like some sort of unknown, and maybe that's a reaction also to things that are unknown at times, like feeling like you need to be ready and prepared for something because you don't like understand it completely, related to like even something that's taking place or something that's unfolding, something that's happening. What I'm getting to is that it looks like there's been more of a priority for you to take care of yourself, take care of the things that you care about, but mostly related to like self and the things that you relate to and the things in your like even immediate environment that you feel a sense of, for some of you, ownership or like responsibility over. It seems like there's more to come, like even more that's being worked through on a psychological level. Like I'm seeing progress that you've made, and it seems like you want to tap even deeper into something, like something even that you're working through. I'm even seeing somebody like in the like pitch black at night, and this can be very much representative of the subconscious energy, like somebody working through something, and like maybe this is even something that you're doing in your own time, where like other people aren't aware of this thing that you're investing in and what you're working on and what you're working towards for yourself. And this can be related to like self-discovery. It can also be related to like something that you haven't told other people that you're working on, spending your time doing. Whatever it is, it seems like something like private and maybe unknown to other people, but it's something that you're actively like addressing or interacting with or working through. Because I'm seeing it kind of be like behind the scenes, something that you're working on, something that's being worked on. A lot of time and energy being put into this. But it's like, it's something secret or private. For some of you, this can be related to a vice or an addiction, or something that was not moderated, something that was happening that you would feel was out of balance and needed some sort of correction or correcting. Like something could have even gotten like way out of control or out of your hands in some way. But I'm seeing there be a move to get away from that. It's like some sort of like pattern or energy that you could have felt like very stuck to. But I'm seeing there be a notion of like wanting to break apart and away from that. Yeah, I do see it being like something personally that like you're working through that other people may not know about. Um, but wanting to get to a place where like you're mastering it, and also channeling that energy into something that you feel good about. Also something that helps you be in touch with yourself. It's kind of like switching the way that you had been using certain ingredients that had been given to you, so you get a more desirable outcome related to like you and how you're feeling towards it. But it looks like some sort of thing that you were working with that may have been very difficult. Like I'm even seeing somebody that's working with some sort of substance that is not easily molded, and I'm seeing this be a metaphor. Somebody working with some sort of substance that's not like malleable, and like trying to forge it into something that like one does feel good about and they feel connected with. But yeah, I feel very much like this hasn't been like talked about, or it hasn't been like explicitly spoken about. For some of you, this is like even about breaking out of some sort of category that you had been put in, that like you want to do it your own version or your own way, and like follow your gut with that and feel better about doing that in your own way and feeling like you're in charge of like the creation of what this is going on here, feeling like you kind of get that autonomy back where maybe you felt like something else had control over you. Because like with the devil, it's like something that like we may feel imprisoned by in a way, like whether this be like a situation or like a mentality that we're in where we feel like something else has control over us. And this is about like extricating yourself from that and like taking the control back. And I'm seeing a transition being made to you feeling like you've regained something that maybe you felt like you had given your power away to in the past, by working through this and like starting with that subconscious energy. So it's like going to the root, going to the catalyst of whatever this is and working through it, so you gain that sense of power over this rather than it running you. It's like you start running it and feeling in touch with the process because of how you're tending to it. For some of you, this could also be a person in your life. I'm seeing like a very like even maternal or feminine figure that could have been like quite controlling of you and what you were doing, and maybe even felt like love was given conditionally, and this was something that needed to be worked through as well. Yeah, I am getting the sense of conditionality here, but it was something that was meant to teach you how to actually like get in touch with yourself, and also break out of a pattern that was keeping you closed off in the heart space. And through working on this, allowing you to have the opportunity to open yourself back up, and to also work on getting in touch with your intuition and like what you're feeling. Because maybe this is something that you felt you hadn't been completely in touch with before because of what was going on within the environment, and even how you had grown accustomed to like needing to protect and defend yourself because of like someone you were around or the environment, and feeling like you needed to be on guard and like you couldn't be vulnerable in some sort of way because of not wanting to be influenced or taken advantage of. But I'm seeing this, yeah, be something like very deeply seated psychologically. But as you work through this, it gives you, there's some type of like renewal or like a new chapter that you get, where I'm seeing you be like very present to working on something and like really listening to yourself, and maybe breaking away from this person or this thing's influence again, so you like gain that autonomy back where you may not have had it before. I'm looking at Capricorn and Pisces. I'm seeing in the past, like this thing or this person, like whatever energy it was, like you would have felt like it had a lot of control over you, but you may have like been used to that or grown accustomed to it, and like something gave you the opportunity to kind of like break away from whatever that was, to kind of like break the chains even. And be able to like see things for what they are, what they were. So there's like some sort of like even insight that you've gained related to like something that had been influencing you. It seems too that like being very aware of what's going on, setting boundaries, having boundaries is definitely going to be helpful. It's just like knowing where you stand, knowing what you're okay with, what you're not okay with, what you are willing to compromise on, what you're not willing to compromise on, so you can like really show up for yourself and advocate. I'm seeing that definitely be helpful. So you can feel a sense of like safety and stability. I'm seeing there even be like something that you may feel worried about at times, connected with your stability. It can be related to your finances too. You feeling secure. Okay. So something that had been affecting your stability, mental stability even, I'm seeing you bring an end to something that needed to end. It looks like it happens because you set boundaries. And I'm seeing this be necessary because it was like affecting you in a way that you don't feel was benefiting you. It was more so something that was encouraging you to feel very stuck and maybe like caught up in your head. Here you are, Taurus. I'm seeing there be an ending with, it looks like somebody related to your past. For some of you, this, like, it can be any type of interpersonal relationship, but it's like whoever this person was, you had history with them, and I'm seeing you be like, you know what, it's right for me to move away from this. Like, I need to end it, and I also need to move away from it so I don't stay caught up in whatever this is, because it's not something that's helping me feel grounded. And this can even be a moment too where it's like, if you didn't have boundaries, this is something that could have like really been affecting you in so many different ways, more so on a mental level than anything. And by you setting boundaries, there may have been like something that ended like naturally, like natural consequence wise, because you got to a place where you had certain boundaries that you asserted. And I'm seeing something that you're healing from. And I'm also seeing this help you with some sort of like debacle or thing that was going on related to somebody from your past, or that you've had like a long-standing connection with, that you had been like, I don't know what to do with it, like which way do I go, how do I work this out? But when you focus on like your goals and your stability and something that feels like reliable and safe to you, it leads you into some sort of big change. And this could have been something that like you had resisted at first, but once you surrender to it, it's something that you end up feeling very happy about. It looks to me like something that you had been holding on to that you weren't necessarily meant to be holding on to, or it was like time to let go of it, or like because you were moving and growing, like this thing couldn't come with you. And I'm seeing it be like, oh, like this thing that I built, or like all of this stuff that I have. And like even for a moment in time feeling like everything is kind of like slipping out of your hands. But I'm seeing that this actually ends up helping you, even if it doesn't seem like that when it happened. And it helps you move to a place where you feel calm, more grounded. You even feel like you're pursuing something that brings you a sense of joy and happiness. But it seems like a big, unexpected, like change or shift that had happened. You prioritizing what matters to you is definitely like the focal point for this, and the changes that are occurring as well. And as I said before, even though it seems like maybe something that you had been building gets kind of like knocked down, the reason that the tower comes through is because something had been built on like a faulty or unstable foundation, and so it's meant to fall apart so you can build it back together in a way where you're like, this is stable and I can rely on this, and I know that this will like be here for me, so you're not scared about it like toppling over at any moment. So it's like getting over that hill and moving with the flow and the energy of things. Feels even like opening yourself up to like karmically where you're being directed rather than fighting it. Because as soon as you like surrender to like the universe and where that's guiding you, rather than holding on to things that you're not meant to be holding on to, it like opens all of these doors for you that maybe you didn't think were possible before. I'm looking at Aquarius, Taurus, and Mars here. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.